I'll send a picture to all of you in the group of what like a pretty one I have from it. But so they're referencing the retreat and what we could do. And we're still trying to figure out a timeline. But if we could find a date in June, maybe beginning of July, we might be moving mid-July. So that is still up in the air of when we're actually moving because of military life and transitioning to a new job for my husband. So if you didn't see the post in the Facebook group, check it out. We're basically trying to find a date. Y'all could come here. There's a million rooms. This is my aunt and uncle's like second home. It's a lake house. We have 4 spare bedrooms that we're not using, and there's like couches, and it's a lot. So you can all fit. And we'd love to have you and just kind of bond, be live together, connect, and depending on who all comes, what we want to do, we could just really talk about the business and grow together and have fun. And that is the gist of it. Once we get a head count and figure out what we're doing, I'm legitimately actually going to plan what we're doing, but I haven't gotten there yet. So if you are interested, check out that post in Team Phoenix and we will figure it out. And normally we do the housekeeping last, but since we're here, quick, we're going into May tomorrow. $20 off total solution packs automatically without a promo code is my understanding. And we also have an additional $20 off promo code, which is our normal one. So you technically have the $40 off deal for people who get started with the total solution pack in May. Becky sent me a cool thing from the mompreneur lady. And she said, don't start with the $40 off, like the $179. Start with the $20 off, and then when you follow up, say, hey, I have another $20 off, to like seal the deal and like give them a little extra pressure. If they don't commit with just one $20 off, you can then use it as another incentive that you're giving them another $20 off. But that basically is $179 for a total solution pack, which is the same price as just getting the Gear Body app. So it's a steal. And that is all for that. So we're going to move right in to our topic. Are you guys ready? Okay, here we go. I took notes because my brain is very, so pull me back in if it is not making sense. So I want to share today about recruitment and building a team, because I felt we had a lot of energy behind our Emerald Push group we had, for some of you that were in it. And also some of us were in a Diamond Push group. And to get to those ranks, basically you have to recruit, you have to invite to the business opportunity, and you have to share about it. And this was more structured and made it feel doable in these push groups. And it was kind of a reality check. I was listening to a Melanie Mitro podcast, and she has a recruitment course as well, Rockstar Recruitment. But in this podcast, she went over a bunch of things, and it just hit home because I know those push groups worked, and the energy and the momentum and the actions worked. So I wanted to share a few things with you guys today. So a huge part of this business is not only getting people started as customers, but also if they love the products, they get started with the discount and do the coaching opportunity, the business opportunity. They want to earn an income. And I think you guys all are rock stars at inviting to have people do this with you, like the fitness, the nutrition, the mindset, everything within our app and things that we offer. You're really good at saying, I'm having this accountability group, I'm having this challenge group, and I want you to join me. And the momentum's there, the energy's there. But then when it comes to the recruitment side of like people doing this business with you, we all kind of freeze up. And I know we talked about this a million times. So I wanted to start this by saying, remember your vision. Remember why you're doing this business. Is it for money, to pay off debt, to bring you home, to pay for groceries? Like, is it money? Is it time freedom? Do you want to have more time freedom? Is it that you have some big goals in life and you can't get there without this business? Is it family goals? Do you want to be home more? Do you want to work part-time? Is it different just things within your life? What is your vision of why you're showing up for this business every day? And I think we forget that, and start sharing that. In this podcast, they talked about the gap, and it's this time frame when people start to give up in this business. And I've seen it with my own eyes, because we think that it's supposed to build faster. It's not working. We're not doing a good job. And we'll have a win. We'll have a customer sign up, 3 customers sign up, people coming to us, having good conversations. But for some reason think, oh my gosh, I'm not good at this. I'm not cut out for this. It's not growing. I haven't hit 2-star diamond yet, like whatever it is. And she really just emphasized the fact that success takes time, and we limit ourselves. We're like, oh, well, it's already been 30 days and I didn't hit Success Club, or I don't know how to make new connections. It makes me uncomfortable, or I've been doing it for this many months and I should just quit because I'm not getting anywhere. And we all just get down on ourselves, and it's a mindset thing where we say, it's not working for me. And we start getting discouraged and taking steps back and trying to re-strategize what we're doing. And she's emphasizing that that is a normal gap when you're building a business. Building a business is hard. And if you look at this as building a business, you guys are rocking it, because most businesses take 2 years just to get off the ground, with thousands and thousands of dollars invested in it prior to probably earning a penny. And you guys get to kick off your business with everything ready to go, and you can earn commission in your first day. That's pretty cool. You just have to stick to it and not quit. And she said most people don't make it even 90 days in this business that she's seen. They feel good, and then by day 30, if they're not at this big goal that they wanted to achieve, which is this gap period where it feels like it's not working, they try to start over or rebrand or re-strategize, and then they have that slow period again. Or maybe that's at 60 days, but they don't even make it to 90 days with a specific strategy, niche, market, full on what you believe in, go all in. And I thought that was kind of a cool statistic, because this happened. So I'm going to call Becky out a little bit, but when she kind of rebranded herself, you had that 30-day lag of where it was like, I'm creating new content, I'm changing how I'm posting and who I'm marketing to. And she had this period, and we were like, no, it's slow now, but you're building these relationships and this energy with people and getting new followers. So then in the next 30 days after that, you're going to be able to invite people. And then the next 30 days after that, so you're at 90 days, then you're going to continue the momentum, and have more and more people to invite. But that first 30 days of kicking off your business or rebranding or changing something big in your business is going to be slow, but you still have to take those actions and face that gap and not quit, because you're compounding it and building it genuinely with relationships. And starting new with everything and starting over will always slow you down. So yes, there's going to be little shifts, especially like for me, example, I went from talking about pregnancy to talking about 202, then it's going to grow with my life. But in general, my market is the same. These people are growing with me, or they have kids in some season of life they can relate to. But don't think that your strategy is not working if you're not seeing success quickly and want to change everything. Don't do that. Do little shifts. So basically she's like, keep the momentum going. Don't start over and lose all your momentum. And even though it's going to take a while and it's a slower start than we want to build this momentum, if you have a strategy, a framework, and just start adding by baby steps, little by little, you're gonna see growth, and we have to celebrate all those victories. So, I'm gonna go into one thing, and then I'm gonna give you tips on how to do the recruitment. So, the difference here is realizing that the books she referenced were Compound Effect and The Slight Edge. So, as you're pushing through, in your first 30 days, you're compounding the compound effect. You're adding on little by little, and that turns into big results, even though it feels like you're in a slow period. The slight edge, you're looking at how your month went. Okay, did it go well? What do I need to shift? What little tweak do I need to make to feel more connected to what I'm sharing, to reach my people better, to help whoever, like, just help make your business a little bit better. That's the slight edge. And do that reflection and really just break it down and say, what can I do better? And I think that's perfect going into a new month now. It's like Becky asked in one of our groups, she said, would I want to go follow myself? Maybe that's the reflection you need this month going into May. Go look at your Instagram. Would you want to follow you? Do you post content that someone would be like, oh, this is really cool. This is really helpful. This is motivating? If not, maybe you need to make that tweak. Maybe you need to do that slight edge and just shift a little bit to make it a little bit better without completely starting over with a brand new strategy. And a huge part of a strategy is having that marketing calendar as well and clear information for your customers. So like one that I always follow, and you'll hear like Melanie does it, and most of the leaders that share their marketing plan, it's very similar. So the first half of the month, you're focusing on inviting to that accountability group, that challenge group. You are showing results, scrolling your groups, telling people how you can help them on their own health and fitness journey. And then that second half of the month, you're marketing this business opportunity. And I think that's where we all struggle, because they ultimately, you want to hit Success Club in, and I talk with my hands, I'm sorry. I get all these messages about thumbs up. The first half of the month, it's like, I want to talk about my challenge group, hit Success Club, and then move on and talk about the business opportunity. Here's the thing. If you don't hit Success Club, you still go and talk about the business opportunity for your second month weeks of marketing, your third and fourth weeks, the second half of the month. You can still behind the scenes be inviting to your accountability group and what makes sense for that person you're talking to individually, but your marketing plan on social media is focused on recruitment, the business, sharing all the things. And I think we get stuck there because, one, we don't post at all about the business, and people don't even know what you do, that they can do it with you. They just know that you're into fitness and health, and maybe that they can work out with you or join your accountability group. So another really good reflection going into May is, if you have goals that you want to grow this business, are you recruiting? Are you posting about this business opportunity? And it's not a look at me, and I'm guilty of this too. So if you feel like I'm calling you out, I'm calling myself out. Hey, look at me. I'm working on my business while my kids are napping. Hey, look at me. I can earn an income while being at home with my babies. Hey, look at me. Like, a lot of our stuff when we talk about the business opportunity, it is focused on those type of things. But what if we shifted it? And this is going to be a goal of mine for May, to say, hey, I am a mentor for other women in this business opportunity, and I can help you with marketing your business. I can help you build your brand. I can help you with social media. I can help you start your business with a busy schedule when you don't feel like you have enough time. So instead of always turning it in towards you and saying, this is how I do it, flip it and say, this is how I can help you. This is how I can be your mentor. And we say talk about it at least once a day on your stories, but in that second half of the month, make your post be about it. Share these things in reels and just catch people's attention that this is a business opportunity that they can join you in. Yes, don't say, look at me, say, come with me. And I love that as well. Like, literally, I might use those words. But a lot of the times we put up one little post about the business opportunity or recruiting or whatever, and then we feel uncomfortable because it's a new thing for us to invite to versus the accountability groups. And then nothing comes from it. We aren't inviting from it. We aren't maybe getting a lot of traction on the post. So then we switch back to our old content really quick and we're like, oh, new strategy, this sucked. But like, we need to stick to the plan and the marketing plan and maybe change your wording a little bit, maybe change your messaging, maybe share a different aspect of the business, like the community that you love, and stick to that marketing plan. And I think that is where us as a whole are going to be successful if our goal is to grow our business. I don't know if you've heard this before, but commission is one way to earn income in this business. There are like 7 different ways to earn income in this business. And a lot of it come from building a team, volume, getting the bonuses, like once you hit diamond. There's 2 different volume ones, and then there's a bunch of, I don't even know, but there's 7. So one is commission, and that's how we get like the accountability groups going and all that stuff. But a huge part of growth in this business is the other aspect of growing a team. And I'm not saying it's not important to have customers get started, be in our accountability groups, because a lot of times if you can support them on that journey, they might want to become a coach. They might want to become a partner and get a discount and show up for others because it changed their life. But we have to remember we can also share about it and market for it as well. So it's not like this hidden thing when you bring it up to your current customers, like, oh, do you want to do this business with me? And they're like, what are you talking about? I've never even seen like you talk about this. Is this legit? So talk about it so they can go on your social media and then say, oh, wow, I can really relate to that content or whatever. So in the end, I think step 1, your goal is going to be doing a reflection on your own goals and your own social media. For your goals, do you want to grow this business? What is your goal? Do you want to make $100 a month? Do you want to make $1,000 a month? Do you want to make $1,000 a week? Okay, how are you going to get there? If it's not about money, do you want to have more time freedom? Do you want to be with your family more? Do you want to cut back on your hours at work so you can dig into this business? Do you want to pay off all your debt? Like, figure out what your goals are and how you're going to get there. If it's income related, time freedom related, most likely it's going to come from growing this business. And then weekly, monthly, and yearly goals. Yep, like breaking it down. And then the other reflection point is, so you're remembering why you did it. Then you're going to go in and say, am I sharing on my social media and with others to reach those goals? If the answer is no, then just reevaluate and tweak it and talk to us and reach out to us and like really just kind of accept criticism and say, okay, I'm going to change this and work on this. How does this feel? Does this feel better? And if you guys really do want to grow this business, I really challenge you. I think I shared it. I can share it again when I share the recording of this, but my marketing plan for May, it's really just inviting to the challenge group. So my first group's kicking off next Monday. So the first Monday of the month, the 6th. And then as I transition into the second half of the month, I am going to not only share wins from my accountability group to show people the energy and momentum so they want to join next month, but I'm going to also share a product that's really serving me in the second week. So right now, I'm all about inviting to my accountability group. They're going to join. I'm going to keep talking about it, have FOMO. Hopefully, they keep joining into the second week, talk about my favorite product that's serving me in this season of life. And then I'm going into the business opportunity. I'm going to be talking about it, inviting to it. And then we don't do this well, but how are we going to do maybe are you going to do an event? Are you going to do a Facebook page? Are you going to tell people you can jump on a one-on-one call with them? But create that event kind of like an accountability group for this business opportunity and invite to that. So like I always have been like lately I've been doing one-on-one calls and just like talking to the person one-on-one to see how it would help them. So as I'm marketing as a mentor for this business opportunity to be in my mentorship, I should mention, we'll jump on a quick one-on-one call, talk about the business opportunity, blah, blah, blah. This month, I want to follow through with potentially doing like a Facebook group where I jump in and share all things related to the business and people can join and listen at their own time and keep it short, sweet, and simple. I know Becky really has been pushing sharing it in our Elevate Gym and our body groups for current customers and just figure out what that plan is for you, what you're inviting them to listen to or see or hear or watch or whatever. And it's the same thing with a different mindset as the accountability group. So I know you guys can rock it. And honestly, that's how every month can look. Accountability group, recruitment. And I mean, whenever we pushed really hard, at least in our diamond group, I was literally doing the diamond group push because it was my recruitment time within the month. So I shifted everything to the coaching business opportunity. And I've never invited so many people and shared about the business so much. So I'm like, that was perfect because it fell in that time where I already committed to that marketing plan. And I was like, well, here we go. So if you guys want to run in this business or just see that growth, and I think we have really good tools and we can do this together. It's just thinking through and taking the right action. And I can keep blabbing on, but I hope this helped. Did you have any other thoughts as I'm talking through it that, or tips that have helped you or anything like that?
I was just thinking, um, does everyone know what they're inviting to in these upcoming weeks? Like, as you're talking, I'm very clear, and I would love if you do have them to put them in the chat so we all can see and then hold each other accountable. And if you don't, we can help you plan. But dig deeper is my jam. So just for like for the next 3 years, my marketing plan is going to be first week, dig deeper, second week, business opportunity, and then dig deeper, and then just cycling through. So dig deeper, business opportunity, dig deeper, business opportunity on repeat for me. And I'm going to see how that works. And as always, shift and adjust. But like Abby said, and I have been pushing it and I post it, I have a dig deeper account, a bod group specifically, and I go live in there every Monday and every Friday and talk about the business opportunity while pushing. And it's just so natural. I'm not like, hey guys, did you know that we had a business partner opportunity? But I talk about it as on Monday, I talk about the Monday fire and then about growth day and how partnering keeps me accountable for them. And I just flow in that way. So it doesn't have to be so rigid and structured. But I am making a point to really pour into the people we're serving and then also new people as well. But yeah, and then like I said I was on a call with Melanie and it was awesome. And she just got like, she was so serious about time blocking. We just spent, it was an hour, but she actually even shortened it for 45 minutes. And she's like, I like faking the clock, and like taught us how to like basically cheat time and be really productive. And she said something, just building off because your podcast was about Melanie. She said, that do the most important things first. And I was on a really big kick from that, from the in-person body event in January, and then I got off of it. But she just said, like, prioritize your list of things to do, and the most important thing, make sure you do it before anything else, because you never know, like, if you're gonna have a sick kid later in the day, or like if life's gonna happen or what's gonna happen. So like, most important things first. So that's something I'm going to try to shift back to as well. But yeah.
I'm so glad you love Dig Deeper. I can't wait to do it. Um, and you can make your own marketing plan, like my 2 weeks of challenge group and then mentorship looks different than Becky's. You have to do what feels right to you, but you have to base it back on your goals. And if it is to grow this business, you got to bring it up somehow, some way. Um, and then it's going to get more comfortable, which is the coolest thing. You're just going to, just like you talk about the accountability groups, you're going to talk about the business. And even if you feel like you're not where you want to be with the business and you don't know what to say about it, other people have huge victories in this business and you can share their stories, share their victories, and just tell people what your vision is or your dream or why you're showing up. And it doesn't mean like you have to already be that successful now. You can talk future you could talk other people that had successes. And that's a huge thing that helps me within this business because sometimes I'm like, well, I haven't seen the success that I want to, but that doesn't mean you're not going to and that you can't talk about it. Um, let me see here. Does anyone have any other thoughts while I read through my notes? Another part that she said, it's all related back to mindset, but as you dig into the momentum you have, like a new month kind of brings a cool momentum. Like you have this energy, you're excited, you're going to do all the things, have that plan, bring that momentum, and then stop replaying in your head, like, oh, I can't do this, or oh, it's not working. I'm not good enough at this. I should quit. Like, get all that out of your mindset because in the end, you're building a business. It's going to be slower in some seasons and maybe not kick off, and you're not going to reach your big goals within 30 days. Like, keep going, keep the momentum going, shift as you need to, and just stay out of your own head. Listen, do your mindset work because if you can show up with that energy and that momentum, people are going to feel it. People are going to feel it in your voice, in your posts, in how you're talking to them, in their messages. And if you're constantly in your head saying, I can't do this, or I'm not good enough, or I'm can't even get one customer signed up or one coach, like, no, that's just going to bring you down. And then you're going to literally really just hold yourself back. And that's what we do probably pretty much the whole time in this business. We think we can't do it because of our own mindset and thoughts that we're telling ourselves about what's going on. So, if anything, if you know you're struggling with mindset, maybe just your goal this month is to dig into mindset and share that. Share how it's shifting your day to day life, your health and fitness, and then also your business. Like, pick something that's going to be directly affecting you and your transformation in your season of life. So it feels like it's coming from your heart because it should be, and then run with it. Um, this has just, so I'll tell you what podcast it was, and you guys can go listen because she probably says things a lot better. Or if you're like me, I like to listen to things like over and over until I get it. Like Monday Fire, I think I play 3 times to make sure I get everything that I need to hear, but it's like 7 minutes, so it doesn't matter. So this is Women Inspiring Women with Melanie Mitro, episode 292. What does it really take to build a successful downline, a successful downline. So feel free to listen to her. Feel free to take her course if you really want to, but I think there's tons of tips in there that you can take action on today for May and all the good things. And I really do hope we can keep the energy going in our groups, because there's just something about that when everyone's like excited and pushing that makes me want to show up more. Go ahead.
And your one thing just made me think. So today, if anyone listens to the Daily Fire in Growth Day, Brendan literally talked about what you were just saying, Abby, like about go get her course. I honestly, like, I'm sure it's great, but personally, no, screw that. Like, because we have so much information, and he talked about the difference between knowledge and information versus skill and implementation. And so we can always consume and take knowledge and information, but we need to just gain the skill by doing the things and learning through it. So, like, yes, we can always learn and grow, but honestly, with Slay Squad and everything else we have, just do it. And if, like, he even asked, like, what are skills, and he was talking about communication in particular, like what are skills in regards to communication, but I would challenge that and say, like, what are skills in this business, or like within this, like these tools that you need to build on and you want to grow on, and get clear on that and then start working towards those specific goals. But I don't think anybody needs the course. We just need to do the dang thing.
It's probably a dumb question, but um, is there anything in between emerald and diamond? Is there a ruby? For some reason, I thought I saw a ruby on something.
They got rid of Ruby, though, I think.
Dang.
So we'll just go right to Diamond.
Yeah, sure.
Yep, we will. Me and you. We got it.
What is your date you're pushing for to hit diamond?
I don't have a date yet. That's you.
I think May 23rd is the qualifying date for the next quarter bonus. I could be making that up completely. No, I think that's right, because you have to have it at least for 6 weeks within the quarter.
I
I'll
think
check.
for
I'll check.
wrapping my around that, and just trying to build more of like more followers on Instagram too. Like I'm trying to fix up. This is what my third month. This is going into my third month, so I'm trying to just concentrate on building a little bit more. Diamonds is totally in my head, but I'm like, give it a little bit of time. But I mean, I'm a competitor, so when I see that diamond, like I want to reach it at some point. So I was just curious if there's anything in between.
But you are a success starter because you've hit Success Club your first 3 months. So that's freaking huge. So that's something to celebrate.
Yes, that's awesome. And if you are doing all the things, the ranks will come. And it sounds like you are. So just keep doing your thing and have it in the back of your head like, oh, I can invite to this business opportunity. And it comes. You're doing awesome. And I think it sounds like, you can correct me if I'm wrong, you are like transitioning to cold market people if you're trying to like grow your following. So that's definitely a transition. But I think you might like it. It's kind of fun talking to cold market versus warm market. Becky loves it. So if you need any advice on that, just ask, because I think
Less
it's more.
from
What?
cold market judgment.
Yes. Yes, exactly. Awesome. Well, if you guys want to pick a date that you want to push for diamond, I think Becky's pushing for diamond. And what?
I said always.
We could all pick a date, and then I'm pushing Logan's Business Center to diamond. So we're all there. We just need to keep our momentum up and our energy going. So that means we should be talking in our groups. And we can always get a chat going if we need to add more people or do something separate. But I think that would be awesome. The more that I say this out loud, like if you're all pushing to diamond, we should all do it. But yeah, these are all tips that I shared with you. Take in what you want, shift what you need to, implement what you want to, but just take action. And that's what this is all about. So I hope you learned something or can take something away from this call. And don't forget to check out the post about the retreat if you are able to join us. And that is all I have. Anything else before we go? Awesome. Well, I hope you guys have a good night. And it's insane. We had no kid chaos tonight. Not one child. They're all tired. All right. See you guys.